Well, hi, this is Custom Works. I'm Clint Allen. Is your 7.3 smoking like it's a mosquito fogger? Well, stick around. Well, thanks for hanging around through that. You know, it's funny, over the years, you see issues, you see people having problems, and they jump onto diesel forums, and you ever notice that not much ever gets answered on these forums? It's amazing. But in this particular case, today we're talking about a MAT sensor. So there's plenty of reasons why a 7.3 might suddenly display symptoms of white smoke, rough idle, missing while running, but the MAT is a manifold air temperature sensor, and when it goes bad you might get codes in the computer that would be a P1118, and this indicates that the manifold air temperature sensor is out of range, too low. Or you get a P1119, which is the manifold air temperature sensor is out of range, too high. But actually in a lot of cases you'll get neither of these codes, which causes people to run to the forums and run to YouTube. But in this case you're going to get some answers. The purpose of the MAT sensor, it relays the temperature of the incoming air and sends that to the ECM. So basically how it works is the ECM sends out a 5-volt reference signal to the MAT sensor. The ECM will then read the resistance it receives from the MAT sensor, and if the temperature is low, it will have a high reading, and if the temperature is high, meaning the air passing into the motor, it'll receive a low reading. Now, the MAT sensor sends information which is critical to runnability, and it will affect fuel delivery and injection timing, hence why you got white smoke blowing out your exhaust. The MAT sensor is located directly in the center of the Y pipe. Some people call this the X pipe, some people call it the manifold intake pipe, but either way it is located directly behind the high pressure oil pump, that aluminum pipe that looks like an X, and right in the center is where that sensor is located. Now, I hope this information is going to save people all kinds of frustration and sitting on diesel forums not getting any type of answer whatsoever, because everybody's like, well, it's got to be the injectors. No, it's the cam sensor. It's the cam sensor. Oh no, it's the ICP. Not everything has to do with injectors or cam sensors or ICPs. There's a lot more going around in that motor and a lot of sensors, and not everything is associated with those. But if you are blowing white smoke, or you do have erratic idle, or you're not running very well, this is very easy. If you even don't have the code in the computer, you just go out there and unplug it. This is going to send the computer into a default, just like the ICP does. And within a few minutes, if you're blowing white smoke, that should clear it up right then and there. You'll know that the sensor is bad. And if you look down into the description below, I have put in a couple different type of sensors and what the model numbers are. That'll help you out if you do have a sensor that's bad. So this one's a quick one, this one's an easy one, and I hope you've learned something today, and you take it easy, and you have a good day. You're still here yet? It's over. Oh, I know. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit the little bell, and that'll tell you when my next video comes up. Until then, go home.
I'm in pursuit of a black Trans Am.
Yeah. So, where did the idea come from? Well, back in high school, I had a 1981 Trans Am and a 1977 Trans Am. You know, guys always wanted to have another Trans Am, but there is a certain time when you reach a period in your life that, yeah, you could go buy one, but you'd never drive the darn thing. It would just sit, you know, it would be a garage queen, you know. So I had purchased a Suburban a few years back, and a guy just can't leave well enough alone. I went and put a gold pinstripe on it, and I'm like, well, you know, we got something going here. Quite wasn't sure what direction we were headed, but we're headed some direction. And I was farting around on eBay, seen hood scoop, so I ordered that, one of those stick to the hood scoops. Put that on there, and well, they're you know, that birthed the idea. So we went and got one of these cheap decals that was just the outline of the Firebird, and put that on the hood. And well, that was kind of cool, but you know, we weren't there yet. And yeah, guy went through and pulled the rims off and painted them gold, the Firebird gold. And from there, a guy was just never satisfied. So when we came across this Denali here, I'm like, you know, this is the opportunity. It's colder than cold out. It really doesn't make a difference how long it takes to finish this, as long as it's done right. So we're gonna take this to, you know, to that level, and we're gonna do a full-blown Trans Am Bandit Edition Denali, and that's, you know, that's where the idea came from.